happy, financially free and fantastic Friday. Hello. Today you are tuning in to our financially free FABpreneurs Friyay flow. And today we're talking about how to stop struggling and allow money to flow easily from force to flow, raising your money consciousness and your money energy. So, hello, financially free FABpreneurs and heart center female entrepreneurs everywhere. Here in our community, we call heart center female entrepreneurs who are consciously manifesting more money and becoming financially free. We call them fabulous, financially free FABpreneurs. So welcome to today's show, and welcome to our fabulous, financially free and fantastic flow. So somewhere here, we're going to be talking, and I want you to find a chat right now, whether you are on the live or on the replay, because I want to hear from you. Share your business. Tell us all about you. Where are you in the world? Where are you tuning in from? Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Let us know. And by the way, if this is your first time, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we go live every Monday for our Money Fest Monday show and every Friday for this financially free and fantastic Friday flow. So make sure that you subscribe. So let me begin by asking you this. Have you ever felt like you're just working harder and harder, perhaps even hustling, but money still isn't flowing the way that you intended it, or the way you thought it should be, or the way you want it to be? Listen, I hear you, and I'm right there with you. As a matter of fact, let me tell you, I used to sing a song. For those of you who may not know me, I'm EVDS, financial empowerment speaker, financial trauma healer, the expert on the simplest method of manifesting financial freedom, the FAB MoneyScripting method of manifesting financial freedom. And it wasn't too long ago when I was born and raised in poverty in the federal housing projects of Newark, New Jersey. And when I started working, when I was part of the workforce, I used to sing a song from the hood that used to say, every day I'm hustling, because that's what I thought. I grew up with the belief that if you wanted anything, and I mean anything, you had to work hard for it. Even if you didn't get paid. If I wanted a Barbie doll, I had to work hard to receive a Barbie doll, even when I was a little kid. So I grew up thinking that hustling was the way, thinking that I had to work hard, that I had to earn money by working hard. Now, does that sound like you? Please let me know right there in the chat if that sounds like you, because that's what we're going to be talking about today. How do we shift from that mindset and that energy of force to flow? How can we be in the flow? Now, I want to share something that I strongly believe in and that I share in my FABpreneurs community, rather with my FABpreneurs community, and in our 90-day Abundance Accelerator course and program, as well as in our yearly conference, Money Fest. And that is the work and the research that I'm going to invite you to Google and check it out for yourself. And that is the work and the research of a doctor who was an MD and a PhD, and that is Dr. Hawkins. He wrote a book that you may want to go ahead and check it out, Power versus Force. And in that book, he references what is called either the scale of consciousness or the map of consciousness. So go ahead and feel free to Google that term, or both of them, scale of consciousness, map of consciousness. Now, this scale has really opened up my eyes, my mind, and my understanding about the difference between attracting and manifesting with power versus force, because in it he explains the different levels of consciousness. And this is basically a scale of emotions where it shows that, of course, where our energy goes, right? Where our attention goes, our energy goes. And we want to be in that energy of flow. And that is why sometimes we may feel kind of stuck, perhaps heavy and blocked, and we may not experience clarity because our emotions, our feelings, and perhaps even our sensations are not really light and magnetic. Perhaps we are forcing ourselves. Like, for example, sometimes you may say, I have to create this. I have to go do this. I have to work with this person. When we have that force feel, generally speaking, we may not be at our best. And so we want to know about it, and we want to understand this so we can stop struggling and so we can allow money to flow easily into our lives and into our business. Now, here's the truth that I believe in. We all have money scripts. Now, for me, money scripts are any and all thoughts about money. Those are, whether they are limiting or empowering, these are really subconscious beliefs about money. And some of those limiting money scripts are the ones that are keeping us stuck and at those lower levels of consciousness. But the good news is that we can rewrite them. And that's what the FAB money scripting method of manifesting financial freedom teaches you. It teaches you a practice so that you can reframe and rewrite them and rewire your brain while you're doing that. And that's exactly what I'm going to share with you today here. I'm going to share with you a little bit of my FAB money scripting method of manifesting financial freedom, because I want you to really start digging in and finding out how this could be a game changer for your business, for your life, for your mindset, and for your energy. Now, go ahead, please, and drop a yes in the chat if you're ready to flow in the flow of money today. So go ahead and type, yes, I am, or just yes. So let's start at the bottom of Dr. Hawkins' scale. Some of the lower calibrating emotions that are all the way at the bottom of the scale, meaning they're at the bottom because they calibrate very low. They are low calibrating emotions. And those are shame, guilt, and fear. And I am sure that if you're a human being like I am, or even a human doing like I used to be, and I'm getting away from, by the way, I have experienced shame, guilt, and fear around money. So all of these are all the way at the bottom of this map of consciousness. Now, what does that sound like when you're in those type of feeling? It sounds like, I don't deserve money. I have to work hard for money. Money comes by hard and it leaves easily. Guilt may sound something like, it's selfish to want more money. Oh, I cannot ask for more money because that person who wants to work with me doesn't have money, and I feel guilty asking him or her for money. Fear sounds like, what if I fail? What if no one buys from me? What if no one shows up? What if no one likes me? These are all thoughts that come out as words from our mouth based on a feeling of fear and scarcity. Now, how can you go from feeling those very heavy feeling, lower calibrating emotion to powerful feelings, emotions, and sensations? So that instead of us hustling harder, pushing harder, and feeling like we're still not enough, we don't have enough time, we don't have enough money, we're not enough. So we move away from that, right? Because the truth is that money does not flow where that energy is. So when we're in that shame, guilt, or fear energy, when we're experiencing those emotions, well, we have a right to feel all of our emotions. Those types of emotions are not allow us to be in the flow of abundance, or in the flow, as I call it, IA. which is infinite abundance. So money flows when we rise into higher levels of consciousness, like courage, acceptance, love, joy, peace. These are the types of emotions that Dr. Hawkins calibrated by doing experiments with thousands upon thousands of people. And he looked at those high calibrating emotions and how we perform best, we are better by being in those types of emotions. So, and the bridge to help us, to help you get from shame, guilt, and fear to love and peace, let's say, and manifesting abundance is my FAB money scripting method of manifesting financial freedom. And if you've never heard of it, listen up and please feel free to take some notes. The FAB stands for Feel, Act, and Be. So please feel free now to write those there wherever you're taking notes. First, we feel. That's step number one. We notice what emotions, what feelings, or sensations we're experiencing when we're in a money moment or when we want to create a financially free moment. So, what that may look like is, let's say you're getting ready to pay a bill. How do you feel? So, when you are ready to share your business solution with a prospective client and you know that this is a great solution for them and you believe in what you're offering, how do you feel? Do you feel confident? Do you feel assured? Are you certain? Do you trust yourself and what you're offering? At that moment, you can choose. And that's a very powerful word. And you can choose to shift your emotions and your feelings from low vibe feelings and emotions like scarcity and lack of confidence to more abundance thinking and being in the flow. So that's the first step. Let's talk about the second step. The second step in our FAB money scripting method of manifesting financial freedom is to act. Act as if and take actions. So at that moment, we can choose, once again, choose. We have the power of choice, and we can choose to take aligned actions as our fabulously financially free FABpreneur future self now. And we can choose to do that by coming from a place of already manifested. So we can act as if the outcome we want has already happened instead of allowing ourselves to listen to what the monkey mind is saying. And if the monkey mind is saying limiting money scripts, like any of the ones we specified before, oh, this is not good enough, I'm not good enough, this client is not good enough to try this client doesn't have money, and judging our clients, we can actually come from feeling as if all is in divine order and we align our actions and act as our fabulous financially free FABpreneur future self with confidence. And the third and final step is to embody. You want to embody who you are becoming, who we want to be. It is our future self that here in our FABpreneurs community, we call your fabulously financially free FABpreneur future self now, meaning you want to embody that identity of financial freedom in that moment. And once again, you can choose to do that. And what the FAB money scripting method that I'm sharing with you allows you to do is to practice. And I love that word too, practice. You'll often hear me talking about the word practice. And that is because the more that you practice, the easier it is for your subconscious brain to believe that to be true, your subconscious mind. And that's how you get to rewire your brain, by practicing the FAB money scripting method of manifesting financial freedom every morning for about 5 to 8 minutes in the morning. And this is how we consciously can raise our consciousness. And we scale up the scale or map of consciousness. Now, let me just share what happened to me today as I was getting ready to share with you here. Right before I went live for this very show, I felt those old, familiar, limiting money scripts of fear. You know, that little voice that I call the monkey mind. What am I going to say today? What am I going to talk about today? What if I freeze? What if, right? Now, I immediately caught myself, and instead of allowing fear to get the best of me or get a hold of me or hold me stagnant or stuck, I opened up my journal. And here is what I wrote. I always write feel, act, and be on the side of my journal. And I start with how do I choose to feel? How do I want to feel? And I wrote, I choose to transform my fear into excitement and fun right before going live. Why did I do that? Because I was a bit nervous and because I noticed that feeling those thoughts and I wanted to be in alignment. So instead of me allowing fear to freeze me, I decided to feel joyful. And by the way, I put music, I did a little exercise, I danced just to allow me to tune into her. Who is her? My fabulous, financially free FABpreneur future self now in this present moment. And then I wrote, I choose to feel excited that Source is guiding me, and I trust Source to guide my thoughts, my words, and my actions. And for step number 2, here's what I wrote. I act as if the show has already happened and it was fabulous. And so I saw myself in my future self, and I saw myself speaking with you the way I am right now, with confidence, sharing powerful truth, and feeling deeply connected with the women that are listening, whether on the live or the replay. And that is you. This is a divine appointment. And I believe that you were meant to listen to this. So I want you now to feel comfortable and confident sharing either right here in the chat, wherever you see this video, or sending me a direct message because I'd love to hear from you. And by the way, I want to invite you to do two things. First of all, before I do that, I want to share the third and final step of the FAB money scripting method because I almost forgot. So feel, act, and the third step, there's 3 steps, is to be. And what I wrote in my journal, I choose to be her now, my fabulous, financially free FABpreneur future self. You have a choice, my dear friend watching right now. Who are you choosing to be today? How are you choosing to be? How do you express yourself? Is your fabulous, financially free FABpreneur future self a woman whose identity is confident, joyful, magnetic, peaceful, loving, kind? How is she? You can choose to remember. You can choose to have faith. You can choose to feel abundant because by doing so on a regular basis, or practicing as I call it, you will soon feel that you're embodying her fully. And at the same time, financial freedom will begin to flow and you will feel that. And that was my journal entry that I had to do. Well, not that I had to, that I chose to do. You see that? How those little words sneak in? I chose it because I wanted to be here with you present. And so look at where we are right now. We are flowing. We're flowing and the words are coming through. And you are listening to exactly what you wanted to, perhaps what you thought you needed. Now, for those of you that are watching, I want to suggest an interactive journal prompt for you that you can do now or pause if you're listening to the replay. Because now it's your turn. I want to give you the opportunity to take out your journal and get ready to write. Okay, or write on your computer wherever you want to write, or on your phone if you have an app to take notes. And I want you to practice this. First, step 1, write how you feel. What am I feeling about money right now? What am I feeling about business right now? How do I want to feel right now? How am I choosing to feel right now? Now, if it's a lower emotion like fear, let's just say, it's okay, allow it, okay? And then as you stay with our channel, you're going to learn how to use the FAB money scripting method to reframe, rewrite those limiting money scripts so that you can rewire your brain. And for now, just affirm that you can choose to feel excitement instead of fear. You can feel love instead of hate. And say it, write it. I choose to transform this into this. So name your lower calibrated feelings into higher feelings. Have faith. Be willing to shift. Be willing to practice. Be willing to choose. Now, that is choosing your feelings, how you want to feel. Step number 2, you want to act as if, come from that fabulous, financially free FABpreneur future self now. Act as she, and act as if the outcome, the results, the day that you want to have will happen as you wrote it in your journal. And get creative when you write in your journal. See the end at the beginning, because it's certain that as you continue this practice, you will. And then step number 3, B. I want to encourage you and invite you to step fully into your financially free FABpreneur future self each and every day, perhaps each and every moment with every breath. Because here's the truth, we're always manifesting, sometimes unconsciously or subconsciously, perhaps, mostly unconsciously, perhaps, I don't know. But we can choose to manifest consciously in full awareness because we are always manifesting. So why not choose to practice this method today and begin being a more powerful, conscious manifester and manifesting what you want? Because you can. So feel, act, and be, and practice money scripting in your journal every day for about 5 to 8 minutes. Write simple things and write your day, because after all, my friend, you are the author of the book of your life that you're writing. And as we do, allow us to celebrate you. And we celebrate you every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time here in our FABpreneurs Thrilling, Thriving Thursdays. This is our FABpreneurs Community Connections and Networking event, which happens every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Come and tell us that you watched this video and that you are becoming a conscious manifester, and let us celebrate you. Now, if you need information on how to join us on Thursday, make sure to go to the description of where this video is. You can also visit my website, and I'll put that link right here at evdiaz.com. And feel free to check out evdiaz.com and our Money Fest, and put your name on the upcoming yearly conference, which this year, like last year, is called Money Fest. And this year is going to be more fun because we're doing it like a money festival. So if you're a heart-centered female entrepreneur who is ready to go from feeling financially frustrated to financially free, I invite you to help us celebrate you and your accomplishments of being a conscious manifester every Thursday at 4 p.m. And then, of course, get your name on the wait list for our Money Fest conference. It's coming up October 31st and November 1st. Tickets are not yet open, but you can get your name on the wait list and get all the perks that we have in store for those that get on the wait list. So make sure you go to moneyfest2025.com or check out the link right here below and get your name on the wait list. And make sure you connect with me wherever we are, wherever we see each other. Make sure that you connect with me, because I want you to remember something very important. Okay? Force drains, flow sustains. Money doesn't come from forcing it. It comes from being in the flow with it. So just like air is all around, sometimes you're not aware of it. Money is all around, even if we may not see it or be aware of it. So I want to help you to manifest more money and become your financially free FABpreneur future self now. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for connecting with me. Thank you for RSVPing to join us for free on Thursday at 4 o'clock for our FABpreneurs Thriving Thursday Community Connections. And I look forward to seeing your name on the MoneyFest2025.com waitlist. Once again, my name is Evie Diaz of evdiaz.com with the simplest method of manifesting financial freedom, which I call the FAB Money Scripting Method. And I look forward to seeing you in a virtual room with me very soon. Thank you for watching, and remember to have a fabulous, financially free, and fantastic Friyay. See you soon. See you as your fabulous, financially free FABpreneur future self now. Thank you.